Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, actually. It's Cinco de Mayo today. Isn't that Mexicans' Independence Day or something? Which is funny, actually, because yesterday's reading, I mostly talked about having a release, which is bringing in relief, which is then you can breathe better, right? So, neato. Alright, so today is May 5th, Monday, 2025. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So I made a post. I'm going to be doing a giveaway once I get 50 more subscribers, and I'm already getting there, so that's good. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away 3 coloring sheets that I've done. They're beautiful. They're done in glitter gel pen because that's the best way to color. I can't use anything else to color. I just it's got to do with like the texture and then the way it glides, and then it's just perfection, beautiful perfection, if I do may say so myself, right? But they're not just going to be paper. I'm going to frame them, all right, because they actually are worth framing. They're that pretty. So I'm going to frame them. I'm going to pick out the 3 that I want to give away, and then I'll frame them, and then I'll take a picture of them and post them, so that way everyone's aware of what the giveaway is, all right? So I'm going to give that away, 3, right? And I'll ship them to the winner's location. But once I get 50 more, I'm going to also announce, after I get 50 more subscribers, I will announce like how to enter the giveaway. It'll probably just be something simple like comment under this post or something like that. Alright, something simple. But I'm excited for it because giveaways are fun, and if this works well, the amount of things I will give away will be so fun for me. Coloring pages, maybe even models that I do. Maybe a book that I read and, you know, I don't want anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a deck of cards and give them away, like a deck of tarot cards or something. I don't know. So the ideas I have are just overflowing, and it's just, I love it. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna start pulling cards now. Also, I had a dream last night. I'm gonna start pulling cards. I have an idea of what's going on. It's so interesting because I can always tell when someone's following me in my dreams, right? I hit my foot, and the first thing that came to my mind was you just smacked yourself in the foot, or you just shot yourself in the foot. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. So alright. Someone could have, like, metaphorically speaking, shot themselves in the foot. Like, that phrase is what? Like, when you sabotage yourself, right? So someone just sabotaged themselves, but it has to do with you. So, like, let's say someone was trying to gain your attention, your affection, gain something from you or get something from you. They shot themselves in the foot. And it's interesting because it's kind of like they sabotaged themselves before they could have even gotten a chance to get close to you. It's really giving like self-sabotaging energy. Okay, so there could be a person that has a habit of self-sabotaging themselves. I'm not gonna listen, that right there feels like a love reading, and as you all know, I don't like doing love readings. I love love, truly, I do. I love love, but I don't like doing love readings. Just because it's so intricate and complex, and I don't know, it just kind of takes the fun out of the mystery to me, I guess. You know, I like the mystery. I like the unraveling. Like, what's this? What's this? What's this? Right? And then, I don't know how to explain it, but I just rather not do love readings. Especially like when people ask me to do love readings, I'd rather not, because I don't know. I just don't. Right? But I feel like if I, yeah, so there's someone who is a self-sabotager. There's sirens in the background. Give it up for New York. I swear, there's like not a day that does not go by. Sirens are just like a staple. It's just part of the ambiance here. Just like, you know how you wake up hearing birds chirping, you wake up with sirens, right? It's just part of the soundtrack of New York. You know? So there's a self-sabotager that shot themselves in the foot when it came to you. And it's like they had every chance, every opportunity, but then boom, they did that. So now they can't walk to you, they can barely hop to you, they can't get to you. And it's like no one else did that but themselves, right? Self-sabotage. They did that. Because the fear of her getting hurt, the fear of, oh my god, I don't want to do this, man. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna start pulling cards and then we'll see what comes out. If that energy comes, I feel like, you know what I feel like? I feel like somebody wants you to acknowledge that they deliberately self-sabotaged as a coping mechanism, as like fear and hurt. They deliberately do that, and they want you to know that they deliberately do that. But they also want you to accept that they deliberately do that. So that way they feel safer. Instead of hopping to you or walking to you or going to you, you go to them because it makes them feel safe. And that's what's really, really annoying, because I feel like something in there would be you going backwards. You would be going backwards. And there's also something in there where it's kind of like, you're the one that's self-sabotaging. Why do I have to walk backwards to you? Woman up or man up and bandage your foot, heal your foot, and walk. Get up and walk, right? I really don't want to do a reading on this. I really, 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 really don't. All right, but this energy is just, it just felt like just a bunch of rain just fell out of nowhere. That's what it feels like. It just felt like a rain, like a cloud it is just, you know how like in cartoons and TVs and movies where someone says, well, at least it's not raining, right? And then out of nowhere, it just starts raining. That's literally what it just felt like as soon as I started talking about someone self-sabotaging. As soon as I mentioned that, that's when that energy was like, oh, you're noticing, you hear me, you see me. And I'm just like, ugh, right? And me talking about it is acknowledging this energy. All right, let me see, I just seen the Ace of Wands upright. So this person that's like a self-sabotager, they want to give you the business, right? That intimate bed shaking business. I need Seasons of the Witch. Hold on. And then there's something else I need. Hold on. Because I might as well just do this reading and get it out of the way. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles is upright. That's your energy. So that could be, you could be this Queen of Pentacles upright. Oh wait, no, I need this. The Devil behind that. 4 Pentacles reverse. 3 Pentacles reverse. So you're the Queen of Pentacles upright, or you're the King of Pentacles upright. I'm starting to sweat. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat. Jeez. Someone feels like you're selfish and mean, neglectful, probably mean and evil. Because with the 4 Pentacles reversed, you could have let them go and don't want to work with them anymore. 4 Pentacles reversed, 3 Pentacles reversed. So this is how someone is seeing you. This is a, but here's the thing. This is the problem. They want to be noticed, but then they get upset when they're noticed. Look at me, but don't read me. Look at me, but don't see me, right? And okay, so you're this Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, doesn't matter. But you're stable, sturdy, you're secure, not just within your surroundings, your finances, your careers, your environments, your resources, but within yourself. Thine self. That's what I'm hearing. Thine self. So you are top tier. You're a top tier person. You are a Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. You're really good. You're good. All right? And right, so you're like the epitome of stability at the moment, right? Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. So that's you. And someone is seeing you as this, right? Someone could be saying that you are this behind your back. So someone could be saying that you are this behind the Queen of Pentacles back, all right? All because you let them go. You have no interest in working with them. You feel like there's nothing you can learn from them. There's a bunch of sirens. An ambulance. This person's like bugging out. They're like having a meltdown or heart attack or something. I don't know, because they're saying that you're this, right? But people can feel like it's just a facade. People can see that they're just saying that you're this because they feel bothered because you don't want to be with them. You don't want to work with them. You don't want to hold on to them. You don't want to be around them. You don't want to collaborate with them. You don't want to be their friends. You don't want to, whatever it is. People can tell like it's just a facade. Like, oh, you're just mad because it's like someone gets fired from a job, right? A really good job, great, whatever. But they're not getting there on time. They're not doing the work. They could even be stealing from the job. They could be gossiping. They could just not be paying attention. There's always mess ups and screw ups, that lead back to them. So then they get fired. So that person would be like, oh, don't work for them, or, I wouldn't eat from their food and blah, 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 blah. And this is, people can tell you're just mad because you got fired. And the reason why you got fired is because you couldn't do the job. That's it. Simple. That's that. All right. That's that. Okay, the Ace of Swords upright. I just picked it up because I know I'm telling the truth, and this is the truth, and you're standing in your truth, and people can see that who you are is who you are, which is the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. People see that's who you are. Anything else would be a lie or an illusion, or you're just a hater. I keep hearing, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I don't know why, because what is there to look at? I mean, no offense, but it is what it is, my friend. Alright. So let me get Seasons of the Witch out. I enjoy this deck. I've been working with this deck for a couple years now. I want to say maybe like 4 years. I enjoy this deck. I want to look into the other, because the makers of this deck, they have like a series. They have like a Yule Ball one, which I'm actually interested in that. It's been popping in my head a lot, so I feel like I should start working with that one as well. Let's see. There's something in that deck that I need to utilize. And will. That's what I just heard. Spider, upright. What a wild web we weave, dear child, a delicious mystery untamed. It's so funny because I was just talking about how it's fun to unravel the mystery, right? Not only that, but there's someone that has been lying, saying a bunch of things behind your back. They've been weaving a wild web, right? I'm getting the reason why. So you're being seen. So let's say you are a spider. This Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, spider, right? In a good way, right? In a good way. So you would be this spider, divine feminine, divine masculine, and hold on. Okay, and she's fine. And someone can't figure out why you don't want to work with them, why you don't want to hold on to them, why you don't want to collaborate with them, why you let them go, why it's easy for you to let them go, why it was easy at the time that you let them go, why you decided to stop working with them, and they just have a lot of whys, all right? And they can't figure out those whys, right? Or if they do, because they're self-sabotaging, they don't want to acknowledge, admit, right, the whys. Instead, they'd rather witch, evil, devil, right? So they'd rather point the finger at you. But it's not like, it's just not, I don't know, there's something about this, whatever image or illusion or lie that they're trying to portray, it's just not adding up, right? It's like they're trying to find a way into your web, but like every time they do that, they get lost, right? Every time they feel like they have it, right? Like this is the route to go, right? So let's say this is like a little fly, right? And this fly goes into your web and they're trying to get to the center of your web, right? So they get there and they're like, oh, finally, I got the route. And then because the way your web has been weaved or something like that, they get lost. And then they start getting mad and then they start feeling insecure and they start questioning things and whys and this and that. And then they start getting mad at you because they're lost. But no one told them to go somewhere where they didn't belong. On top of that, they're lost and they want you to turn back around and help them and save them. They're stuck in the dark and they want you to turn back around and save them. But it's like they got stuck in parts of you that you don't even, what am I going to do there? I'm long past that. Who told you to go there? So I feel like, so whoever went back and tried to like venture in parts of you that you don't even like go in parts of anymore, they're getting mad at you and trying to say you're this and you're that, but it's like that's not even the case. You're not even, you understand what I'm trying to say? There's a self-sabotager that's mad because you let them go. You're a very complex and unique person. The layers, you're like layered with complexities, and it's just like no one has any business trying to venture within you, right? It's like an onion. And it's like once they start trying to venture within you, right, and they feel like they got it, they know what they're doing, that layer is no more. It's useless now. That's already an old you now. That was yesterday's you. And so then they get mad because now they don't know what to do. They were so sure that they knew you, that this was that. They even told people you were this, you were that. But it's just, that's just not, I don't know how to explain that's just not that layer, that path that they started going down. It's no more. It's a dead end. So now they're stuck staring at a wall, yelling, mad, upset. Right? Man. Alright, so I feel like you collective, you're just not, I feel like too, this person, the reason why they cannot understand you, like I feel like part of it is because they don't want to. So when they can't understand you, they blame you and they get upset with you. right? It's just a lot of narcissistic, self-sabotaging, you know, help me and so I can't help myself. It's just stupid. All right, this is a wet blanket of a person. They're just, ugh. All right, but you being the spider, you can weave. I hear it's like you've lived many lives. You've lived many webs. You've weaved many webs, right? But you don't look it. You don't look like you've lived many lives. You don't look like you've been through anything, really. You look pristine and untouched. That's because you're a child of God. Hello, right? You don't look like the world has tainted you. And that's where it becomes dangerous, because when you, now I'm getting into your energy, which I like, all right? Because now, so collective, when you look pristine and untouched, right? Spiritually, maybe your face, like your youthful energy, your body, your aura, right? The air around you, right? That makes people like this, like, want to, like, I gotta do something to mess up that energy. I gotta do something, right? It's kind of like impulsive actions or whatever. So this is, it makes people want to, like, act on, like, their impulsive thoughts, right? When they see their first impulsive thought is to, I gotta mess it up, right? You know how, like, in Lilo and Stitch, in the beginning of the movie, Jumba, which is, he created Stitch, right? In the beginning of the movie, he talks about how one of Stitch's nature is just to mess things up, wreck things, destroy things. That's just his impulsive reaction, right? So, like, Lilo would build something and he would destroy it. That's like his, that was like in the beginning of the movie, that was his nature. That was his instinct to just destroy things. So when people look at you pristine and untouched, right, especially when they have a lot of self-sabotaging energies within them and things like that, they look at you and they're like, I have to destroy that. I have to mess that up, right? Because you just don't look like you've lived many webs, many lives, right? You don't even look like this spider, right? You just look, when people look at you, they feel like, oh, I figured that person out. I know what's going on. I figured them out, blah, blah, blah. And then come to find out, they're in this labyrinth of a web. And they're like yelling, help me, I'm lost. I'm lost in your web. It's your web. It's your fault. Help me. Right? And you're looking down like, who told you to go there? I don't even venture in that web anymore because I moved on. I'm like on 10 webs from now. Right? It's because you're constantly changing and, like, reforming is what I'm hearing. Changing, transforming, reforming, changing, you're constantly. So when someone they figure you out, and I'm putting that in quotations because they people look at you pristine and untouched, right? They're like, oh, I know, I figured them out, right? And then come to find out, they're like, I don't know, they're stuck. And they're mad at you because, like, they thought they had you cornered. They thought they had you in a box. And they're like 10 years late, 10 months late, 10 days late, 10 minutes late, whatever it is. And then they get mad. And it's so weird. And the reason why I said this is like a love reading is because this person has formed an attachment onto you. Whether this is mentally, emotionally, I feel like mentally and emotionally, this person is attached to you. Dark moon. Wow, that never comes out. In the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release its ghost. Wow. So this is someone from your past. They swore they had you pinned down. They swore they had you figured out. They swore they knew you up and down. Right? They swore that. In the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release its ghost. So you're constantly changing and transforming and renewing. This person is stuck on a version of you. That's so crazy because usually with narcissists and non-narcissists, usually the non-narcissist, right? The narcissist is utilizing the fact that they're, my nose is getting stuffy, a narcissist, and like their tactics and whatever, they utilize the fact, like the image that they once portrayed themselves to be in the beginning, right? They utilize that to constantly drag in the non-narcissist, right? So that the non-narcissist can constantly hold on to the image of when they first met, or, you know, she wasn't like that in the beginning, you know, maybe, right? Or he wasn't like that in the beginning. Well, maybe, right? So then the narcissist would reintroduce themselves again as like that image where the non-narcissist is like constantly, you know, it's like they're holding on to the narcissist, hoping that one day they'll be the person that they first met, right? That's that cycle. But it's interesting because I have a feeling that it's the narcissist that's like attached. Hold on, because now I gotta plug in my computer because my computer just died. Someone is like really, it's so interesting. I'm telling you, I've dealt with narcissists my entire life. If you pay attention, they're more stuck in their ways than you think. Come on. Alright, it's plugged in now. I don't know what the problem is. Hold on. Ow. What was I saying? Okay. I feel like, so this person who's the narcissist, the self-sabotager, right? I feel like what they're stuck on, right, is, you know how oh my god, I'm trying to explain this. Alright. They're stuck on how it was easy for you to be dragged in and called in and like, they're stuck on that version of you, right? How, like, maybe when you first met, right, and you were able to fall for their lies and their illusion, and you couldn't see the mask that they were wearing, and, you know, that's how they were able to get you attached to them, right? But that version was an older version of you, right? Because that was like an old web of you. That was an older version of you. You built many, many webs since then. You've lived many, many lives since then, right? But they're stuck on that version of you. So I feel like that's why emotionally, it's so interesting how the tables have turned. How the tables have turned. There's a narcissist that is stuck on the version of you that was able to be fooled by them. And you're not now. Now you can see it. You're just like, okay, whatever. I'm not interested. This person is like all up in your energy trying to be like, look at me, look at me, look at me. And you're like, yeah, I see you. And yeah, okay. And they're like bugging out. They're going crazy because they can't, they're like stuck on the version of you that was stuck on them. And now they're stuck on you. It's so crazy because narcissists, they need people to be stuck on them, right? And that only works when you're not doing your work. You're not willing to see. But now they're not willing to see something. I don't know. It's something has flipped on these narcissists, right? This could be a whole general, like all narcissists. Or this is just like general, just specifically for you, collective. But there's a narcissist who is now stuck on you because you're not stuck on them. You let them go. You let them go. You moved on. That was the old me, right? And they're trying so hard to like get you to like find you and know you, and it's kind of like that. Who told you to go there, right? That village is abandoned. That house is abandoned. That town is abandoned. Nobody. Who told you to go there? Dark moon, in the dark of your heart lives new breath, waiting for you to release its ghost. I feel like this person is trying to get you to hold on to them and hang on to them. So for some of you, you do need to let this person go if you haven't already. Some of you are working on that, which is great. Some of you already have. Dark of your heart lives new breath. For a lot of you, there's a new love around the corner for you. It's here. You just have to All right, bye, and then just turn the corner. That's it. It's that simple for a lot of you. What is that? Black cat. There's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with light in their eyes and shadow leading home. And this is dark moon. In the dark of your heart lives new breath, waiting for you to release its ghost. I feel like this person is trying so hard to stay relevant in your energy. This is definitely like a past. When I say love, it's just love. So this is either a friend that you loved, a family member that you loved, a neighbor that you loved, a coworker that you loved, a lover that you loved, an ex that you loved, right? It's just whoever this person is or was that you had or has or have love for. This is the person, this narcissist. You got to let them go, right? Because their only intentions now is to get you to be stuck on them, because they're bugging out. I keep hearing crashing out because you're not stuck on them, right? And it's like they also have this fear. They feel it coming, that if you walk away, or when you walk away, or because you walked away, they're forgotten. It's like smoke being released into thin air. And if you release them, so them being the smoke, right? If you release them into the air, they're not grounded. They don't have anything to hold on to. They're just going to be wandering and lost and unprotected and scared, and that's not your problem. That's not your job. Let them go, right? Let her go. Let them go. Because you're birthing, there's something. Even in the darkest of times, there can be light, all right? And people, dark is actually very useful to light, and vice versa, right? Just like things can be created in light, things can be created in darkness, all right? There's something that you're, so I feel like within all of the darkness that you've lived and experienced and witnessed and blah blah blah, you've created something within that, right? Something beautiful. It's something beautiful that you created from your own darkness. Okay? I feel like this person, it's not exactly love. It's like possession, ownership, pink papers, ownership papers. That's from Greece. Pink slips, ownership papers. Yeah, this person sees you as like an object of theirs, and that's just not flying with the Most High. Them. This is for them. I'm gonna get 3 cards for them. So this person can't figure you out. They're being let go, or they have been let go, and you're in something new, birthing something new, creating something new. What is this? There's something peeking out. Owl reverse. They have no idea what's going on. They have no idea what to do. They're lacking wisdom. I'm hearing they're lacking integrity as well. Owl, behold sight, O ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest of places if one dares to open their eyes. I literally said in the beginning of this video that this narcissist, they're like choosing not to see, right? They're like in denial, right? But they want to point the finger. It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. But they're not. It's just like a coping mechanism for them, so they don't have to like look in the mirror and be like, oh, it is me. Because once that happens, it's a whole series of revelations and healing and opening the wounds and ugly crying and guilt feeling and having to make amends and, you know, I'm so sorry, and just a whole thing, right? Accountability. They're not ready for that, right? They're not ready for that. And that's why this person, they're not for you. You gotta let them go. Let her go. Let him go. Let them go. All right? And I feel like for some of you, you're already doing that, which is great. This person will never understand you because they're choosing to never understand you, right? They only want to understand. Ooh. I just wanted to grind my teeth so bad. This person could be under the influence of substance abuse or something like that. Oh my god, it's like my jaw. Yeah, I feel like this person is oh my god. I feel like this person is definitely like into extracurricular activities, okay, that are of a particular substance that looks like this. Okay? So be mindful. This person, they're not okay. They're not okay right now. And they're mentally not okay right now, right? This person could be having multiple crash outs, or they could be crashing out because they want you to be attached to them. It's not happening. This person's more attached to you mentally and emotionally than you are of them. Right? This is a self-sabotager. You can't be attached to a self-sabotager because 3 of Pentacles reversed, right? What can you're far beyond that. There's nothing for you to learn. There's nothing for you there. 3 Pentacles reversed. There's nothing for you there. You can't learn. You can't grow. There's nothing for you there. So no, you're not staying here. You're not staying. There's nothing for you here. Oh my god, man. Okay. I am ascending, but it came out in the reverse. No, they're not. I told you, they're self-sabotaging. They're not going anywhere. At least not right now, they're not. Right? They're not going anywhere, but they want you to turn back around and help me. But you're trying to stay stuck to a past version of the collective. And when that's not working, when that's not getting the look at me, stay attached to me, that's a past version of the collective, and that's not working. Right? So now they're saying, help me, and you're not turning back for anyone. You turning back, it's not gonna be anything for you there. And they're stuck. They don't want to, ascend, heal. And I feel like the reason why this is coming out of a love reading, is because with narcissists, they can be very, very tricky. All right. I think narcissists tend to confuse hate with love, but in the brain, it's like a very, 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 very fine line between love and hate. Okay. So this person may think or feel that they love you, but it's actually a lot of the hate and disgust that they have for themselves. It's kind of like, unfortunately, they try to project that around them. Also, you can tell a lot about a person by the way they keep their environment as well. All right. When a happy, usually, right, when a happy, clean person, like when a person who is at peace with themselves, right, they're doing good, when they feel clean on the inside, their environment is pretty clean, right? But if a person is like depressed, miserable, unhappy, angry, apathetic, it shows in their environment. They don't care. I'll just say that, all right? Let me drop that little dime onto you. You can tell a lot about the person's inner emotional state by how their environment looks, right? That's not always the case, right? But that's what I'm saying with narcissists, it's very tricky, right? They're all about tricks and illusions. Listen, if I could write a book about a narcissist, I would. Like, I feel like narcissists, I know this is going to sound really messed up to say, but I like a good mystery to unravel. Like, I love a good challenge. I love a good mystery, right? It's fun for me. So when I encounter a narcissist, it piques my interest, Because I'm like, what tricks and illusions will you throw to me today? Right? What mysteries and uncoveries and hidden secrets can I unravel today? That's why. All right? But, you know, what traumas are you hiding under your narcissistic facade? I love it. Because there's always something. Always something. And I love to figure out what kind of trauma it is. Now what's behind that? Now what's behind that? Now what's behind that? Right? Narcissists hate to see me coming, but I love to watch them. Okay? So that's that. This person, they're not going anywhere. Alright, so don't turn back around. I just got really, really dizzy and like lightheaded. I feel so like airy and like just so like I could fly. I just feel like my I feel like really, really like lightheaded right now. Like my body is just like if I don't hold on, like it's just gonna float away. I've been getting that feeling since like yesterday. I want more, but I am scared. I told you. See? But this is the problem. They're a self-sabotager, right? And where they are right now, what they're trying to do, they're trying to attach themselves to the version of you that was attached to them when you first encountered each other, first met, first saw, first went to school, that first class, that first internship, that first orientation, that first day, whatever, right? There's nothing for you here. There's nothing, right? I'm gonna keep saying that because that's like a constant mantra in this reading. There's nothing for you here. One more for this person. I have trouble to express myself, and that's on the fence. But obviously, we already knew that, right? The thing about narcissists is they're trauma is just, I don't know, man. I'm not really interested in this, so I'm gonna move on. I see you in myself, but it's in reverse, and that's the problem. This person feels like because you see them and you understand them and you relate and you know and this and that and this and that, they feel like they have like some sort of like, you're the one, right? You're the one. But I feel like that's not true. Because if they saw you in them, I feel like there's also a lot of potential here. I see you in myself, right? I don't think this person, I don't even know how to like word this, man. This person is just so pathetic and sad. I feel like they just want to be seen and noticed by you. Jesus Christ. I feel like this person, the reason why they keep doing this is because, so they're stuck on, like I said, that version of you that was stuck on them. This person feels like you're one and the same. Like, they feel like you're the one because you were able to see them and understand them and hear them, and like, I notice you, like, I know who you are, like, I understand your pain, like, I this and this, that, right? Like, they feel like because of that, like, I don't know, to them, they feel like because you were able to see them, it allows them, it's like giving them this weird pass to where they don't have to look at themselves in the mirror. I don't have to look at myself in the mirror, just tell me how I look. Just I don't want to look at myself in the mirror, just tell me how I look, and then we'll go from there. But if they don't like what you hear, you're the problem, it's you, it's you, it's you, you're the problem, it's you, it's you, it's you. You see? This person's not for you. They're stuck. And they're going to be stuck until they say, don't tell me how I look, I'll just look at myself in the mirror. Right? And that's not going to happen anytime soon. And that's why you can't, you could have told this person how they look, and they could have been like, well, that's not true, you're the problem, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, well, bye. This person, what is that? The 7 of Cups upright. This person's like, I don't know, I keep getting this phrase, like, they're up your butt, or like they're spiritually up your butt, or like trying to like stay attached to you, or like, oh my god. You know how like when you have something tasty, like a treat, whatever, and there's like a dog, the dog wants the treat, and the dog won't leave you alone until you give them a piece of that treat. This is a dog. They're like acting like a dog, or like, whether this is a karmic feminine or a karmic masculine, they're like, please, can I have some of you? 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 Like a dog. Can I have some of that? Can I have some of that? Can I have some of that? Right? And the intention to be like, oh, stop begging. And then you give the dog a piece, like, oh, fine, here. Have my bacon. Oh, fine. Right? But you're just like, no, I'm not. No. You can't have this. This is not good for you. You can't eat this. It's not good for you. Right? I'm not giving you some of me. This is not for you to have. Right? Eat what is appropriate for your diet. You are not appropriate for their diet. You're too good for them. They can't afford you. You are a luxury, and this person is like kibbles, and right? I hate to say it like that, but that's okay. 7 of Cups upright. I know this is going to sound so mean, especially because this is supposed to be like a love reading, but this is a narcissist that we're dealing with, okay? And narcissists, they tend to confuse love and emotions. They're all messed up on the inside, all right? So it would make sense that they're confused. We have the 7 of Cups upright. This person, yeah, they're like loss of control, illusions, daydreams, escapism, promises unfulfilled. This person, they're living in a illusion, a fantasy of what once was, right? Which is why they keep trying to get you attached to them. They're attached to you. They're trying to get you attached to them the way you once were when you first met the first time, right? I keep hearing that when the first time, they're trying to get you attached to how you once were to them the first time, and it's bugging them out because they can't figure out how, because you're this web of mysteries. Every time they feel like they got it, they're lost. It didn't work, right? It didn't work. I feel like it only takes one time for you to figure someone out. And this person's trying to figure out how to get you stuck to them the first time that you were stuck to them. How can I get you to be back at that? Go back, right? And you're like, no, I can't. I can't go back. It's like every time this person tries to present you a cup, right? So let's say they present you a cup, right? So they first came towards you presenting you a cup, and you're like, you accepted the cup. Oh my gosh, yes, blah, 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 right? And then when you actually looked into that cup, it's empty. I don't want this cup. Bye. And it's like every time they try to come towards you to present you, please take my offer, take this cup. They don't want you to look inside the cup because there's like either a snake in there, dirty water, it's empty, it's broken promises. Every time they don't want you to look at what's inside the cup, but you know better, right? You know that when this person presents you with a cup, you're smart enough to look in, there's nothing in the cup. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. So they're just like, how can I get you to not only accept my cup, but don't look in the cup. Don't look. Just believe me. Just believe me when I say that this cup is worth something. When a narcissist gives you a cup, believe that there is nothing worth taking in that cup. There's nothing in that cup, right? It's nothing but illusions, unfulfilled promises. It's just a way for them to escape their reality, right? By getting you to, it's a lot of nothing. A lot of hoopla. I'm telling you, if a narcissist is good at something, it's tricks and illusions. I just got lightheaded. I feel like every time I expose something of them, right, it's just like, don't say that, please don't say that. But it's like, I just love uncovering. I just love knowing things. I love, now what's the reason behind that? What's the reason behind that? What's the reason behind that? Why, right? The whys, I love it. So you can't expect me to be like, why are you giving me this cup? Why can't I look in this cup? Why is that in that cup? Why are you handing me this cup? Right? For someone who is like that, and when a narcissist approaches them, it's like, there's no chance against a narcissist to a person that asks why. Right? A narcissist hates someone that asks the real questions. Seven of Pentacles upright, the Magician reversed. I'm getting so dizzy and lightheaded, and like everything, like all of this is getting tingly and Seven of Pentacles upright, the Magician reversed, and the Nine of Cups upright. I need a minute, hold on. Alright, I'm back. I don't know what the heck is going on, but so, Seven of Pentacles upright, the Magician reverse, and the Nine of Cups upright. Okay? Let me show you. Seven of Pentacles upright, and the Magician reverse. This person, every time they try to offer you a cup, right, is to get you to invest in them, right? They want you to invest in them. They want to give you as well. So they want to give you this cup of an illusion. Like, yes, everything that you want is in this cup that I am giving to you, right? But you're like, what's in the cup? Why are you giving me this cup? Why me? For when? For what? For why? Right? So they give you this cup as an illusion that they too want to invest in you, right? But that's just a trick, illusion. But the Magician reverse, right? That's black magic. They're using magic to get you to be in this Nine of Cups, to see them. I will give you everything. I will invest in you. I will love you. I will give you my time, my attention, my energy. I will give you everything, right? That is the whole purpose of them. That's what they want. So maybe in the first time, I keep getting it like that, the first time. So maybe the first time, right, this person gave you a cup, which this cup was like, oh my gosh, yes, I want this cup. I accept this cup, right? Which in turn, you were investing into this person, not realizing you were investing in illusion and giving this person energy, time, attention, love, Like, this person is my person. This person is my love. This person is my wish fulfillment. This person is my dream, right? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you to be like that. The way you were the first time, maybe the first marriage, the first time you were in a relationship, the first time you met, the first round, I don't know, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to figure out how to give you this cup and for you to accept this cup so you could invest in this illusion that they're trying to give you. They want you to invest in this illusion, right? Because you pouring into them, you have all these cups, right? You have all these cups. You pouring into them, listen, a narcissist cannot survive without someone pouring into them, because they cannot pour into themselves. They don't have it in them for whatever reason, because of that time in their life. I don't know. All right. A narcissist cannot pour into themselves. They need someone who is abundant, right? Who is naturally in this energy. They need you to pour into them, but they got to figure out, right? They got to figure out how, especially if you realize, if you figured them out, oh, you're a narcissist. All right, bye. I'm leaving. So I don't know what to tell you, right? So this person, they're trying to figure out how to get you to accept this cup so you can invest in this illusion that they want to offer you, because they don't know how to feed themselves, to nurture themselves, to love themselves. They can't do it. And it's a mystery to them. And they're bugging out. They're crashing out because from their perspective, you're the one. You're the one that understands them. You're the one that gets them. You're the one that sees them, that understands them, that hears them. You're the only one that can, like, deal with them. You're the only one. You're the only one, right? That's their perspective, right? And I feel like from this entire experience, you've learned something from this entire experience, right? And that's the thing about, if you're someone who can turn nothing into something, that's very dangerous for a narcissist. And this situation, you got nothing, but how is it that you still gained something? You were given nothing by this narcissist, but you still gained something? That doesn't make sense to them. But that's just the way it is. And things will never be the same, right? Throughout this entire experience, they deliberately gave you nothing, but you still have something. You have love for yourself, you have patience, you have understanding, you have wisdom, you have guidance, you have hope, you have faith, you have wisdom. You gained more things that are non-tangible that this person was ever trying to gain from you that was tangible. All right? And narcissists, they hate that. They hate that. Not only did you learn that they're a narcissist, but you learned about yourself, you learned about life, you learned about God, you learned so much that this person can't take away. No wonder why they're crashing out. No wonder why they're, look at me, just look at me, right? This is heavy. Yeah, this was a heavy reading. I don't think I've had a heavy reading like this in a while. And it's crazy because a lot of my readings are like what they are. But to me, this is a heavy reading. Right? This person wants to sell you a fantasy, an illusion, but it's like, why are you trying to, I don't want that again, right? It's like a salesman or a saleswoman, right? And they're like, hey, I have this chocolate cake for sale, right? And you're like, oh, wow, of course I'll buy it, right? Eat the cake, it doesn't taste good, it's not good, it's too bitter and blah, 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 right? So you throw it out. The next day, the same salesperson, hey, I have this chocolate cake for sale. No, thank you. I'm not interested. Well, why not? Well, because that's the same exact cake that you sold me yesterday. I know what it tastes like. I know what it smells like. I know what it looks like. I'm not interested. I know exactly what that cake is about. Well, what if I sell you this chocolate cake with white frosting on it? No, thank you. What if I sell you this white cake with chocolate frosting on it? No, thank you. Well, what can I say? This cupcake? No, thank you. Anything that you offer me, doesn't matter if it's cake, if it's tacos, if it's ice cream, if it's a candle, nothing that you can offer me is going to taste good because you don't know how to cook. You don't know how to bake. You don't know. You're missing key ingredients, right? I keep hearing a narcissist's love. A narcissist's love. You see, they tend to confuse that. Oh my God. We have the Hanged Man reverse next to the Emperor reverse. I'm not freaking surprised, man. They don't... With I Am Ascending reverse and the Hanged Man reverse and the Emperor reverse, they're not... How many times do I have to tell you, old man? Look, in the 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck upright. This person... Ooh, the Queen of Swords reverse right behind... On the top of the deck. Oh my God, I'm getting lightheaded, man. The Queen of Swords reverse is right. It's like on the top of the deck. Alright? This is, for some of you, this is a masculine, alright, who has no control over their lives, themselves. They feel like they are out of control. They feel like they have no control. They feel like they can't, there's nothing for them to hold on to tether on to. You were supposed to be that person for them to hold on to. You were supposed to be that person that they can use you as a grounding footstool. Because they have no control. They're out in the wind, right? They're like smoke. You let them go like smoke, right? They don't... There's nothing for them. They're lost. Help me, right? Who can hear my cries of help? Not me. The Hangman reverse, the Emperor reverse, they're stuck. They don't want to give up. I know they don't want to give up this way of being and thinking, because then that means they have to take accountability. They have to make amends. They have to heal. They have to look at themselves in the mirror. They have to acknowledge that they are a problem, right? It's not always other people. Sometimes it's us, right? Sometimes we have to look ourselves in the mirror and be like, okay, I did this. I am that. I have to work on this. I have to improve that, right? They don't want to do that. They don't want to... This could be a Pisces or an Aries. Okay? They don't want to have to give up, sacrifice the illusion that makes them feel like, this is my world and I'm not the problem. This is my world and I'm not the problem. They don't want to give up that illusion. It's crazy, because they're trying to sell you that illusion that this is their world and they're not the problem. It's so weird too, because they want you to step out of your world, go into their world, and listen to everything they say. You're in my world. I call the shots. But you realize that I'm fine in my world. Why would I leave my world where I'm happy and at peace to go into your chaotic, dysfunctional, dirty ass world? I know that sounds so mean. And let a tyrant, a narcissistic tyrant, bully you. Does that make sense? No. With the 5 of Swords upright, yeah, this person is like a word tyrant. They're, look, selfishness, conflict, aggression, argument, fear of failure, self-sabotage, anxiety. Now, why would you step out of your peaceful world, right? Accept their cup of illusion so that way you give them everything and they can bully you with their words. That's not happening. This person's not going to change, not anytime soon, right? This is not... See, a narcissist, too, whether this is a man or woman, one of the greatest illusions that a narcissist has is that they are a man or that they are a woman. They have that illusion that, but they're not. They're just really, really, really what a narcissist is, whether they're a man or a woman. They're a sad, scared child. They're not a man or a woman. They're a sad, scared child, right? That's what they are. And until they can heal that that part of themselves that they are stuck in, that's making them act like a grown-ass child, until they can heal from that, they're always going to be in the Hanged Man reverse and I Am Ascending reverse and the Emperor or the Empress reverse. They're always going to be stuck in that. Because emotionally, they're stuck in that. Mentally, they're stuck in that. They're always going to be that way, right? They're not the man or woman that they think they are. They are a scared, sad, hurt, abandoned child, right? That's who they really are. With the Queen of Swords reverse, I feel like it's the same person, right? Very manipulative, cold, dysregulated, right? Also with selfish, conflict, aggressive arguments. The Queen of Swords reverse is very jealous, very cold, neglectful, right? They could have also have, so I'm also getting they could have had man, their mom could have been a Queen of Swords reverse to them, right? I did a reading not too long ago where I said the Empress in reverse does not produce divine masculine. They produce narcissistic men. That is a fact. I don't care what anyone says, even if it's just a fact to me. I will always live by that. Any Queen reverse, any Empress reverse, they do not produce divine masculines unless that masculine decides to look at themselves in the mirror and says, I don't want to be this hurt child anymore. I want to be a man. This is not a man or a woman. This is a hurt child, okay, that was raised by a Queen of Swords reverse. That's why, that's what I'm saying. One thing that interests me about narcissists is, what is your trauma today? What is the pain that you are suffering that makes you this crap person? Let me delve into this further, right? That's one of the things that interests me about narcissists, because I love to figure out why people are the way they are. And narcissists are the most intriguing to me because they are so good at hiding it. They are so good at hiding that they are a hurt child. I want to know why you're a hurt child. I want to know who hurt you. I want to know how you were hurt. But it's crazy because narcissists, they'd be like, how can I trick you into believing my lies? Meanwhile, I'm like, how can I find out why you're so hurt? Why are you this crying child in my face, pretending to be a man or pretending to be a woman? Who hurt you? Why are you hurt? Where is this coming from? Who neglected you? Right? Who spoiled you? Who indulged you? Right? And a lot of the times is, it was your mom. Now, who hurt your mom? Now, let me delve down even further into your line, your lineage, your history. And by the time I know it, I'm like 10 generations in, and it's just like, oh, because it started with your great-great-great-great-grandfather. They started this. Your great-great-great-great-grandmother, they started this. Right? This is the product of a long line of hurtness. And I love figuring that out. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do when it comes to narcissists. Right? I know you better than you know me. And this proves it. Because they're trying to get you attached to a version of you, a version of them that you first met, but you're like, I knew you before you knew me. Right? You're just a hurt, sad child in my face. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's how you are. That's who you are. Until you decide to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I don't want to be a hurt child anymore. I want to be a woman. I want to be a man. And that right there, that's when the healing process starts. That's when the journey starts. Like I said, this is coming from... It's so funny. They're trying to figure you out, and you already know who they are. Right? Go figure yourself out. Better yet, go take a mirror and look at yourself in the mirror. Alright? This is your reading. Bye.